Thank you, Mr. Chair. And Senator Murkowski, I think I owe you one there. Appreciate all of your public service. Let me start with you, Mr. Berry. In Colorado, we've got numerous employers who rely on H-2A and H-2B visas. Our strong agricultural economy relies on the H-2A program to make sure that people have fresh, safe food, quality food on their tables. Rocky Ford cantaloupes are known nationwide. Certainly, they're not available nationwide, but Palisade peaches are a rival to any Georgia peach. If Senator Ossoff was here, I would say it out loud. In the same way, our powerhouse outdoor recreational economy relies on the H-2B program to operate our ski areas and a number of different outdoor recreational venues. So as part of Project 2025, you helped write that chapter on labor that called for the elimination of both of these programs. I don't know how we can find the domestic labor to fill these roles. If you ask any farmer, we're offering $22 an hour to people come pick peaches, and we cannot get the labor to do that. Both these programs are not perfect. I'm not saying they couldn't be improved, but they provide a much needed and necessary workforce. And these visa holders contribute to our economy and then return home to their countries. This is not the problem that the president campaigned on. So if confirmed, are you going to push for the end of H visas at the Department of Labor?
Senator, I appreciate the question. My discussion of the topic, as you say in that book chapter, was part of my ongoing attempts at contributing to the policy conversation on these issues. As I know you're aware, my role, if confirmed, as Solicitor of Labor, is not a policymaking role. My role would be one of being one to help enforce the law and to keep the department within its legal bounds to the best of my abilities.
Well, but would you advocate? I mean, that's fine. And if so, if you are going to advocate, what would you suggest to the Secretary? How would you fill these labor gaps?
Well, so, Senator, again, what I would say there is, again, first of all, this is primarily a policy conversation. Secondly, I think we are. I think there are obviously some ongoing conversations in this space, including we're seeing kind of in real time what the labor market effects are as. For example, the Trump administration has been enforcing our immigration laws, and so we're starting to see shifts in those labor markets, which I think need to be studied in order to understand. The last thing I did want to say about the policy proposals was it was not an advocacy for any sort of immediate cessation. These were supposed to be thoughtful, targeted, sort of capped and predictable phase downs over a lengthy period of time, and in the agriculture context, supported specifically by investments in agricultural production improvements and technology that can improve the productivity of American workers, okay. Productivity being the thing that allows greater wage growth.
I hear you. Mr. Rogers, in 2023, the Department of Labor leveled a $1.5 million civil penalty against Packers Sanitation Services, one of the largest food and sanitation service providers, after they found children were working with hazardous machines and cleaning dangerous powered equipment. In response to the Packers sanitation case and additional reports, Senator Padilla and I both pressed the CEOs of 37 major companies who'd been accused of participating in exploitive child labor practices. And we pressed them. Our letter demanded that the companies take immediate steps to cease these practices. Obviously, Senator Hawley has been talking about child labor as well, and I couldn't agree with him more strongly. During the Biden administration, the Wage and Hour Division launched a National Child Labor Strategic Enforcement Initiative to prioritize investigations of the most egregious and exploitive child labor violations. So, Mr. Rogers, if confirmed, what's your plan at Wage and Hour to root out illegal child labor practices?
Thank you, Senator. And as I had responded to a previous question, I think following what the department has already begun, the Secretary has said she intends to double down on enforcement of child labor, and that is something that the Wage and Hour Division is something that we'll continue to do and use the resources that are available, the data that's available, to continue that important work.
I appreciate that. I'm out of time, but I will have other questions. Trust me, no one will be, you'll all have a chance. I'll submit them in writing. And appreciate, again, your time coming here and your willingness to serve.
Senator